There's something in here with us.
God.
That ball has moved.
Look at your meter, look at your meter.
Would you please tell us your name?
So talking about orbs as well that you can't discount. What about the ones where they look like a long line and sort of float past? We've actually got some footage of one at the Bay Hotel.
Yes, let's have a look at that. Do you
Looks
want
like an arm. We've actually got a few, which we're going to find the other one for maybe the next time. But we've got one here that we can show you as well and see what your take is on this as well, Greg. Because it's not the traditional.
Those ones are a little bit harder because some of them look like a big strand of fluff, right? So
Yeah. So
Okay, let me just cue this up.
because that's why I like things like what happened in the winery where we were downstairs in the basement and we're saying it was communicating with Loz about light on, light off, light on, light off.
Yeah.
It's like no one's turned this thing on or off, right? So
yeah, exactly, yeah. And it actually had the orb that went against Shah's behind, and she actually reacted to it and said, "Who pinched my behind?"
she wishes someone pitched a bum. That's what,
yeah. And we were all looking at Tim, but he wasn't anywhere near it.
Don't pick on Tim. He's not here to defend you.
No, he can't defend.
But that's the thing,
Right.
is I like to be playful, right? And then that's the type of person Shah is, right? She's very joyful, playful, very lovely, very kind, and you know, like Karen said before, like attracts like, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of playfulness will definitely be around her in that kind of way, right? Because that's the personality type she is, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to play this footage. Everybody just see what you make of this.
Ooh, something just went past Lauren.
I might just pause that where it comes through.
See, for me, the jury's out in that one.
Yeah.
That could be anything.
It's interesting though, because we did find one that goes in front of the camera on an earlier occasion.
But this is one of the ones you'd actually sit there and go, we just don't know. It could be, it couldn't be. You know, again, without sitting there and being able to communicate with anything like that. You're doing it in the After Effects. We're not doing the After Effects, but you know, Karen and I can't tune into it now, right? But the thing is that's where you probably go, we're 50-50. We don't know.
Yeah.
And you'll be honest about that. Yeah.
What could it be though?
Well, it could be it could be a spirit. It could be a bit of fluff flying around in the air. It could be
Change of shape.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because I've gone through this so many times and I think it actually moves towards the camera and it's changing direction. And I think a bit of cobweb or something, because it's, you know, it's 6 inches long or whatever at different stages. How could a piece of cobweb or something move that way?
Yeah, that's
indoors.
That's where I'd probably give it I don't know.
Yeah.
So where are we right now? We're in the stables at Clarksfield Hotel.
No, this is indoor at the Bay Hotel.
Oh, the Bay Hotel. Okay.
So there's no wind, there's no anything. It's just upstairs in the
closed room.
The closed room, was it the
bar area? Yeah.
And it's where we had captured the other one, so I'll have to find that for next week.
Yeah.
It's very similar, but the other one is actually bigger, and it shows. It almost looks arm-like. It almost looks like a shoulder and an arm.
Yeah, the other one is very impressive. Like I'm with Greg on this one. I'd say the jury's out me on this, because when you first said you had the footage of the wormy one, I thought it was the one Paul's talking about. On that one, I've got no doubt. I find that's the spirit energy. This one,
If it's a similar thing though, and we're catching it multiple times,
that's right. Well, then we need to consider that.
Yeah, but that's at least that's what we do though. We're not going to sit there and we'll be really open and honest where we just go, right, we just don't know. That's the whole point of it, is that
yeah.
It's
But
the
Greg, have you seen the other one that Paul's talking about?
No.
Because I've seen it, and that one, it's fat. It's like about this fat. It's about a foot long, and it wiggles.
Yeah.
And to me, that is not a spider web. That is not a bit of fluff.
And then you've got other things outside of this where you've got, like I said before, interdimensional beings, which are of certain types. So you've got parasites, so they look like slugs and stuff. Like it gets some weird shit when you get into this whole stuff, right? So you can have a lot of multitude of different things that appear a certain way.
Plus, we also got a lot of we got a bit of contact on the spirit box and stuff up in the same night in that same area too. So we did get contact, which could potentially some of that stuff.
Well, I think
Have we got some of that
we've
here?
got that
Do you want to play that now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me just.
So what is the history of the Bay Hotel other than being a pub?
It was a bank.
Yep.
It was the original bank, and I think it was during the Depression, there was one guy that actually hung himself in there as well.
Okay.
Because Dave from GFI used to work there. So hopefully next week, next session he's on, he can actually sort of give you a bit more of the history of it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that's gone on there, and he actually himself, when he was working there, has seen and heard a lot of stuff. There's one he actually ran upstairs to tell someone to get out. He went up there. There's absolutely no one up there.
Yeah, right.
That's why pubs are really good, because there's a lot of negative energy around too, right? Because you got alcohol, you got a lot of things there that usually, even though you're having a good time in some place, a lot of times it was about people forgetting their issues and forgetting their stuff, and sometimes they weren't the best of places either, just like Cluckfield and that, but so they do hold some kind of energy there as well too, right? So
I find pubs fascinating because as you're saying, there's some bad. It's a bad place for some people. They go to get rid of their woes, but there's also some really positive energy.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they're fascinating because you get
exactly. Both you get the happy times and that. Where I find the most disturbing ones is theatres. They're the weirdest ones.
Oh yes,
they are seriously. I want to say, they're fucked up, right? They are seriously fucked up.
Theatres are bad. I mean, theatres are bad. Yeah. I'm just trying to remember. There was a theatre that we were at a while back or something, and it was HAF. We thought HAF haunted as.
Yeah.
Is it like the Princess Theatre? They've got like a chair that no one sits in because it's left for.
Yeah, Federici.
Yeah, because you know what happened with him? He actually died during a performance. And at the end of the night, when the cast were doing their final bows, the audience swore that he was there. And he had actually died, but everyone in the audience thought he was there. And this isn't just one or two people. This is an entire sellout audience at the theatre.
And it's quite often because the chairs left vacant on opening night.
For him.
And quite often members on stage will actually see a bearded man sitting in that seat.
Yeah.
I've heard stories of people who are sitting next to him and don't even realise it's not him. Yeah. It's not it's a spirit.
Yeah.
They think it's a real person. Yeah.
There's also a really weird clip we should try and find. Actually, they actually the ABC did a mini like a TV series on his life, and they actually filmed his burial at Old Melbourne Cemetery, and apparently there's ghost footage in the scene where he's getting buried.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, weird footage that makes no sense to anyone who was filming it at the time. And it was done in the 1970s or 1980s.
Yeah. But it's not uncommon for people to go to their own funerals.
Yeah.
We were at a funeral just recently, and I could see the lady, actually, her daughter was doing the eulogy, and she was standing beside her daughter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was really touching, actually.
It's funny because every time you see that, Karen, is that most of the spirits go, why is everyone so unhappy?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
they could go have a fucking party. Like,
I know.
seriously.
I know. But
It's such a
this
yeah.
lady was so approving because her daughter was doing the eulogy and she was approving. She was
Yeah.
happy with what was being said. It's almost like she was standing there making sure that the right things were being said. But Greg, you find public toilets, well, not public toilets.
Where are we going?
Toilets are always haunted. Like,
Are they?
yeah, you go to a toilet at a pub.
We must go to different toilets, Karen. I've never.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you boys, because women always have to stand there and queue up for so long. Maybe we leave more energy behind. I don't know, but toilets, and in fact, the ladies' toilet at the Beechworth Bakery upstairs. Maybe I shouldn't say this, and it might not be good for business. But I always get in there and get out as fast as I can because that place is creepy.
We usually get in and get out as fast as we can, but it's not because of ghosts. It's usually because Stu's been before us, and
You know what?
there's a smell on there that goes back to Jesus.
Come on, I have to live with the guy. We have 3 toilets here, and he always seems to go to the one that I want to use. All right, I'm going to play this footage now.
Oh.
This is some spirit boxing footage. So let me just get this up, and away we go.
So this is from the same area, isn't it?
Yes.
Where that last clip was, it's the same. Yeah.
Okay, a spirit box is a modified radio that scans multiple frequencies per second, too fast to form recognisable voice.
Can you say the name Lauren? Did you just say hello?
Yes.
Yes. I didn't hear that. I missed it.
And it was the same.
Yeah,
It's the same
yes.
voice. Did that come through?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
I'll play that again. That is so cool.
There's a yes at the start as well.
Yeah, but I think I can even heard it.
Can you say the name Lauren? Did you just say hello?
Yes.
Yes. I didn't hear that. I missed it.
And it's the same. It's the same
yes.
voice.
What does everyone make of that? That is cool.
What's the other voice in the background? The man voice.
Oh,
It's one of the frequencies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of
So it
concentrate.
was like, oh, they're different things, right? Obviously, that one was just that. There's the other stuff that. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, there could be plenty of other stuff going on in that white noise, but
Yeah.
especially the fact that Lauren was at the table.
Well, that's why I think Shah asked her to say, "Can you say Lauren?" Because Lauren
Yeah.
was sitting there,
Mm.
and they were trying to figure out. I remember they were trying to figure out what to ask her to say. So I think Shah just said, "Can you say Lauren?" Yeah. Hello, Lauren.
There are a few other bits
Yeah.
and pieces there, and unfortunately, Shah never picked up any of them. So she was getting a bit cranky.
It's really difficult. Like that takes presence to sit there and be able to pick up on that stuff at the time, right? It's so difficult to hear it, right?
Yeah.
So, because there's other stuff going on, you've got freaks and crones, and the car driving past outside if there is.
Yeah.
So it's a real talent to sit there and pick that up on the spot. Because most of the time when we do this, it's through Lauren listening back through the recordings of it,
Yeah.
where you pick it up. So that's pretty cool by Shah.
Yeah.
Well, Loz is really good at picking up the stuff on the recordings too.
On the recordings,
Yeah,
yeah.
she finds so many things on video and on audio.
But that's what makes it such an interesting piece because multiple people heard it at the time. So it was, I mean, we haven't filtered that at all. If we wanted to filter that, we could make that really pop out. That's
Yeah.
just raw as it came through. That hasn't been edited audio wise.
That's what I was saying. It's pretty cool to pick
Yeah.
it up. That takes some real presence to listen to that. So
Yeah. So, and that was the same places where that previous video that we looked at was.
it's just that stuff's okay. When it tells you to die, then that stuff when you start. Hey, we have had that. We've actually had that.
Yeah, yeah. That happened. Didn't we have that at the theatre in was that at
At Beechworth.
Beechworth?
Yeah, there was something like that.
Yeah, and we were using the Scrabble letters for it to spell things out, and it told us it was evil and we were all going to die or something.
Is it poor form from a spiritual point of view when you do hear a die or something? Is it poor form to go back and say, which one of us are you talking to? Because I think you were talking to Paul.